What's up, everybody? This is Limitz bringing you guys another high-level Halo Wars 3v3 video. This time it's Game 2 against Forges Down, Velocity, and Snipez. And right after Game 1, Forges Down was saying that we were afraid to play them. And me and Elysium just kind of laughed and said, alright, we'll beat you again. So, playing with Elysium and Prax again. And we get the exact same layout. I'm in the front, Prax is in the middle, Elysium's in the back, and we're going to start this off with the exact same strategy as we were running the first game, but we are going to do a little bit of refinement to it. And what I mean by that is Elysium's going to be trying to take his hooks with the barracks instead of just warthogs, and he thinks that he can get Goss quicker with this strategy, but after this game he kind of just scratches this whole idea off. And Prax is actually going to be going Temple 3rd rather than Temple 2nd this game. And if you look at the other team, they have a different layout as well. Forges in the middle, or I guess Anders, it's Forges Down, but his Anders is in the middle, Velocity's in the back, and Snipez Brute is in the front. And you do see that there are 2 white boxes, so that means they could have potentially double based. So we know the Brute didn't double base because this is a Temple first Brute rush on my expansion. And you know it's a Temple first Brute rush by how quick he got over to my base, and basically that gives it away right off the bat. So I'm upgrading my base to a keep, and the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to be getting a summit up, and if I can get an engineer out on this base, then it'll live very, very easily. And while we're playing defense here, I see the Arbiter comes raging in and porting in Suicide Grunt, so I'm going to DQ what I have. I'm going to be losing my base. Get my Temple up on my main and recycle here. So that rules out the Arbiter double basing and the Brute double basing, so we know their Covenant are both on single bases, and we don't even have to scout their bases anymore. Their Anders most likely double based in the very back because that's the safest spot. And so now both leaders are going to be hitting Prax and messing with Elysium on the hooks. And so we're actually not looking too good once again right off the start. So the first thing I'm going to be doing here is I'm actually going to be sending my Arbiter over to Snipez base to play offense until right off the bat Prax starts pinging at the hooks. So instead of going towards the Brute, I'm going to be going straight towards Forge's hooks. So basically I'm going to be rage running up here as quick as I possibly can. And right here, I don't know what I'm kind of thinking, but I'm teching Defiant, and I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I was thinking that he was taking the hooks with Flamers because Elysium was. So I was in the mindset of I was going to be having to rage down Flamers. And raging Flamers really early with an Arbiter unteched kind of does a lot of damage to your Arbiter, so I guess that's why I teched it, but I realized that he's an Anders and he's going to be taking them with Warthogs and not Flamers. So I come across this hook, it's already been cleared out, but there's no infantry by it, so I'm just going to kind of collect the crates, and I'm building a Suicide Grunt for it. but I DQ'd it right there, and the reason why is because I wanted to try and upgrade my economy a little bit more right here. And turns out, while I'm going to be upgrading these pads here and looking at my grunt, a marine walks by, and I'm a little late on the rage. I still think I should have been able to kill the marine, but the marine somehow slips in. So I kind of messed up right there, and my plan is just to attack Fiendish, and the marine will just kill itself off of my Arbiter. So their leaders are also at our hooks, and I see a whole bunch of Grenadier Hogs right there. So I'm going to actually DQ Fiendish, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to recall, and Elysium's going to finish off that marine in the hook. And I see that chopper right there, so I'm really afraid that they're going to be debombing my base and pushing with all that Grenadier, so I'm going to grab Citadel. And I see that the Hogs actually fell all the way back to Velocity's main base. So I finally get Citadel here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up a supply pad and a shield, and I'm going to go hog hunting basically. And I start running up towards Velocity's base, and I turn around because I see yellow and a ping up there. So I'm going to be going up there when Elysium says it's just a marine and he's going to be able to kill it. And so basically I raged all the way over there for no reason, and I'm going to be walking back. And I accidentally hit X right there, so my Arbiter starts walking backwards, and now I'm just stalling. So I wasn't playing pretty good right there. I made a few mistakes, and Elysium's pinging where Forge's Hogs are most likely going to be. And Forge was really bad with his hook control this game, so he still doesn't have Goss. And I told Elysium to look at Velocity's base as I ran by it to see if he had any unit production buildings up, and he didn't. And I catch all of Forge's Hogs right here, and with all of Forge's Hogs attacking me, trying to ram me, and Velocity's Arbiter, they still can't kill me, and I'm going to be able to take out pretty much every single one of Forge's Hogs here. So both games, Forge really can't kill my Arbiter at all. And I think the reasoning behind that, in my opinion, is that he can only play Cutter or Forge in 3v3. He's not much of an Anders player. I mean, he's got the build to do Goss, but he's not really that great at killing Arbiters. And it seems like he has his Hogs in the wrong place almost all the time. So I'm just kind of upping my economy, and Elysium dropped a D-bomb because Velocity's Arbiter was over there, and so I tell him to get out of there so I can rage those Hogs and Banshees for him. So he's going to fall back just a little bit right here, but then we're also worried about the shield coming up on Velocity's base. So we're actually going to go right back in, and I'm going to rage run around here to avoid the D-bomb. And I see that a turret is coming up, so I'm going to rage down this turret. When actually Elysium's going to be telling me that there's Hogs in the front of the base. So I kind of get out of rage mode to look, and I'm going to be raging off of these pads to kind of hopscotch to the front of the base. And the Hogs are gone at this point and back inside the D-bomb, so there's nothing I can really do. But the D-bomb does go away. And the first thing I'm thinking about doing is raging down that shield so he can't get the shield up. And then the second thing I was thinking at this point was just raging down the summit, because then we don't have to worry about banshees anymore. So we do see that the Arbiter just rage ran by me. He's actually following me. And Forge is pushing on my base, but I have a shield, so it doesn't matter. And I'm actually going to start rage running over there to try and catch his hogs again. And then I see Elysium's hogs right up here, so I'm going to be getting right out of rage mode. But then I see banshees and warthogs, so I go right back into rage mode. And I'm going to end up catching some of Forge's hogs here. And then I'm going to just rage down his newly built expansion right here. So we just killed his expansion. There's Velocity's Arbiter, nowhere near our hogs. And I'm going to be rage running right back to Snipez' base. And the reason I'm going to be rage running back to his base is I want to stop that shield. But I didn't realize there's a vampire right there shooting his base. So I'm actually going to send my Arbiter over and just knock down that shield, I guess. And Elysium's going to be re-pushing up with his Goss. And all the while here I'm just going to continue raging his base, trying to get that pad when Forge just runs his hogs right into my Arbiter again, and I'm going to kill all of his hogs again. And Elysium clicks me right there. I was a little low on money and I asked him for a click. I start to get raged down, so I'm going to recall. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run and hide my Arbiter, because I don't want like a few hogs to come over and just ram me and kill me. So I hide in the corner and I'm going to click Elysium for a heal. And Velocity's going to try and kill Elysium's hogs, but Elysium just rams him and kills him. So one thing I've kind of noticed is, I don't know if Forge like doesn't know how to rage, or I mean doesn't know how to ram Arbiters or something, but every single game I ran into Forge's hogs, I killed like every single hog, and my Arbiter always lived. So I don't know if he just has terrible hog placement or what, but this game's pretty much over. Arbiters are going to be coming in, and Forge is just going to rage quit when he sees that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Forge gets beat once again after running his mouth. Comment, rate, subscribe. Have a great day.